how to create a trading robot using fractals and sell stops. The first thing you want to do is open up your terminal and go to this little box right here and go to MetaQuotes. Next thing you want to do is click New, go to Expert Advisor Template, click RSI, type in Fractals Trading Robot for beginners. Now, with this code, guys, you're able to use fractals and enter in buy stops. You guys can change it, move it around. There's a lot of things you can do when it comes to this, but this is very beginner-friendly code that you guys can use, okay? So the first thing we need to do in creating this EA is go through and make sure that we can read our comment line. And our comment line is going to be the same thing as the last video I made. It's basically reading about what's happening. So we're going to do comment and do plus money sign. And basically when we see our account equity, we'll see it bouncing in the top left-hand corner, making sure that we know what's happening. Our next thing we need to do is make a double. And this double is going to be allow us to place our sell stop, lower or higher, depending on where you want to place it at. And this will give you guys a lot of movement for it. Our next thing we need to do is create our loop. All right, and our loop is going to be for the fractals to see where we count back at. So it's very simple. Our for is going to be INTI. It's going to look back 10 candles. Now you can change it to whatever you like. You can do 2 candles, you can do 3 candles, you can do 1 candle, you can do 5. Up to you. This is completely up to you. You can use I has to be greater than or equal to 0, I minus minus. And the thing we're going to do is do fractals by limit and do I fractals. That's the code. If you want to see how it's programmed, press F1 and you'll get the reference for it. Okay. Our next thing we do is going to be null, comma 0, 0, 2, and 2 is going to be the fractals lower. So when looking at fractals, if we go to the mode, fractals has upper and lower with I fractals. See, I has lower, which is volume, which is 2. So we're going to look at the 2 to be, you can do upper or lower, and we're going to hit I. So as I changes, I will give us a different fractal value, okay? Our next thing is going to be placing our order based off of that, okay? We go right here. This is going to be if orders equals 0. Now, if total orders equals, basically we're only looking for one order. And if I is greater than 0, cool. Go through. We're going to do a buy stop. And our buy stop is going to be order send. We're going to use null. We're going to use order sell stop. And we're going to use 0.01. Now, our fractals limit is basically the limit value that we find over here. And if there is a candle for it, we're going to place it on there. And we're going to use minus by mover. Mover is basically, here's our fractal value, right? And then we're going to place our limit lower. Our sell stop lower. So you guys can change this value to more or less, and it's going to be basically closer or further away from the order or from the market price. For our slippage, we'll use 10, and for our stop loss, we'll do fractals by I could buy limit. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be sell. So our sell limit right here, you guys can change it to sell. It'll probably be a whole lot easier for you. My bad. So our sell limit right here will be minus mover, and we'll do plus 001 for the stop loss. This has to be above it. And for the take profit, we'll do sell limit, fractal sell limit minus mover, and quotations minus 001, 0.5. And we're going to allow this to run for 20 candles on the 5-minute. Now you guys can change this up to anything you want, but this is very simple code for running this trading strategy. Now, remember, it's not designed to make money, but be used as a learning tool to use sell stops and fractals, okay? So just change all of it to sell stop, okay? Sorry about that. Fix that real quick. All right. Now let's go back here. We hit compile. Compiles clean. Fractals trading robot for beginners. We'll hit start. And see how we have that pending order right there. Let's make it a little bit easier for it to be seen. All right. And you can see that our stop loss is right here. Our take profit right there. We can zoom out a little bit and let it run. See how it's trading right there? Putting pending orders in, and our equity is changing up here. So it's a little bit different, guys. You guys can change it up or move it around to how you like. But I thought it would be interesting to use fractals and using sell stops like this. And if you guys have any other questions or comments on how it works or how it can be modified, just let me know. But I try to make it as simple as possible. You guys can make the reward or risk greater, and possibly can trade better. But remember, it's not designed to make money, but to how to use pending orders and different trading to use pending orders and fractals. Okay, so that's the video. If any questions or comments, let me know. Okay, thank you.